When you were on, was it Britain's Got Talent or America's Got? You did both of them, right? You did both for like 6 years or whatever the timeline was. There's one of them I saw, and I have to ask you this: Can you go up all the way to the part? And it's this. This is one of my favorite ones. Okay, and go back a little bit. Go right there. Okay, no. Go 10 seconds. So you know which one this is. Okay, Shaheen.
Oh yeah.
He crushes, right? And they put him up, and he comes in. He sings the song, and then all of a sudden. Simon says, no, we got it all wrong, right? And I'm sure they're not going to let us have this in the clip. But played Rob from here, so he comes on, press play, incredible voice. Okay, so.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water.
So he's good, right?
And I think
and Simon is doing what Simon is doing.
And in my head, I paint a picture.
He puts his hand up. Okay. The look on your face here. I don't know if you remember this or not. Are you smiling?
What do you sing apart from that?
Are you smiling because this is like you guys know you guys were going to do this?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it was never planned.
Stop. This is not planned.
Simon refused to allow any planning.
Oh, wow.
He wanted everything to always feel spontaneous.
So why do you smiling? What do you think is going on here? Because he comes out, this guy.
Well, I'm smiling because I've seen Simon stop people before. And he always had a fixed idea of the kind of, you could hear someone sing. You've got an amazing intuitive ability to do this, where he'd hear someone sing in particular, and he would know that the type of song they were singing was not showing off their range properly. So he would often say, look, why don't you just try a different type of song?
And he crushes.
And sometimes they come back and it would be a disaster. And that's why I'm like holding my head going, this kid's great, Simon, don't do that to this kid. But then, of course, he was great.
So this has nothing to do with the fact that it's set up, because he comes back, he does Michael Jackson.
Yeah, it's great.
And then from there, they love his voice so much that he ends up performing at his funeral, a year later, whatever the timeline is. Yeah. So right after this, you come down, and I think you get Larry King's job after this, right? So how does that happen?
Well, actually, no. In between, I won Celebrity Apprentice, which is where I meet Donald Trump.
Okay.
So I was doing NBC's America's Got Talent, and they also then launched the first season of Celebrity Apprentice, which was the celeb version of the regular Apprentice show. And I immediately got on well with Trump. And, of course, I spent about 100 hours in the boardroom opposite him. So I got to know him very, very well because I was there right to the end, and then I won. And when I won, I remember him saying in the live finale, he said, Piers, he said, you're tough, you're vicious, you're probably brilliant, I'm not sure. He said, but you beat the hell out of everybody. You're my Celebrity Apprentice. So when he won the presidency years later, this is 2008, 2016, he becomes president, or 2016. And I said to him, I sent him a note. I said, dear Donald, I said, you're tough, you're vicious, you're probably brilliant, I'm not sure, but you beat the hell out of everybody. You're the president of the United States.
Did he get it?
Oh, yeah. He rang me straight away. We had a brilliant conversation. And he was like, he said, can you believe the journey we've been on? In fact, he said it again. I rang him the morning after I put this in my book. The morning after he won. So he wins at like 2 a.m., makes his victory speech, goes to bed. Now, I know he never sleeps, but I was like, I bet even by his standards, he's sleep deprived. So I thought, I'll just leave it. Rang him at 9 in the morning on his cell phone. And it rang and rang around. And eventually, this very sleepy horse, Piers, can you believe this? And I went, actually, I can. It's amazing. Complete clean sweep. And he said, can you believe the journey again? The journey we've been on? I said, with all due respect, Mr. President, you've been on a slightly bigger journey than me. I've gone from judging piano-playing pigs to winning your show, to replacing Larry King, to a morning show, and now doing a YouTube channel. You have gone from making me your Celebrity Apprentice to becoming President of the United States twice. And it's been an unbelievable. So, I have a long time I've had of being a friend of Donald Trump's. I see the good, bad, and ugly in him. But overall, I think he is a force for good. And I think this time around, what you're seeing is somebody who thought really carefully about all the things he didn't get right the first time round, and the people he had around him in particular. If I had a lot of disloyal people first time, you can notice this time there's hardly any briefing against him internally. Very loyal group of people he has. And I think they're on a mission to, knowing the midterms are coming after 2 years, you get basically a 2-year window, which is why he's gone so fast at stuff, to try and really entrench Trumpism into making America great again. And we'll see how successful he ends up being. But I certainly think there's more good and bad than bad in Trump. And I think people who try and over-demonize him, call him a new Hitler and so on, it's so fatuous and ridiculous and so self-harming. All it did in the end was get him re-elected.
Yep. Big name. By the way, your book that's coming out, folks, before we talk about your book, Woke is Dead, I want to play a clip for you. Do you know what your most viewed clip is on YouTube? Don't go to it. Let's first see if you can guess. Do you know what's your most... It's a short.
Really?
Do you know this or no?
It's not the one from Baby Reindeer, is it?
No.
Okay, which one is
it? This is... It may be Baby Reindeer. Yeah, it may be Played Rap. This is your most viewed clip, 58 million views. And I think this is appropriate to play this because this goes right into your book. Rob, if you have it, press play.
So triggered by a flag.
It's a
rainbow flag.
I'm not triggered by a rainbow flag. I'm triggered by the fact that everywhere I go for a calendar month, everything has to be a rainbow flag.
Well, I'm triggered that everywhere I go for the entire year, everything has to be straight. Why is straight
Where's
everywhere?
my straight flag?
Why am I constantly
Where
getting
is my straight flag? When have you ever seen a straight flag? Where's my straight flag?
It's everywhere.
There's never been a straight flag.
Both of you are straight, and you're saying you're exhausted.
How do you know I'm straight? How dare you guess my straight flag?
Let's not play games here.
How many letters are there now in the
That's such a pointless question.
How many are there?
I don't even know.
How many are there?
I don't need
exactly
to know.
my point.
I don't need to know because it's not about
There
the
are so
letters.
many letters now, we can't keep up with it.
You can pause it right there, Rob. So what's crazy about this, that leads to your book, Woke is Dead.
Yeah.
How common sense triumphant in an age of total madness. Why'd you choose to write this book?
Because I felt in a way that Trump's re-election was the ultimate repudiation of a really insidious thing, this woke mind virus, as Elon Musk calls it, which for years had kind of dominated our lives. You know, it was best described to me, an Australian woman came up to me in the street in London. She said, Mr. Morgan, I hope you don't mind me interrupting your walk, she said, but keep it these wokies. They're the most joyless people in the world. They want to suck all the joy out of life. And I was like, God, what a brilliant description. Because if you think about it, the woke disciples wake up every day. They don't find any joke funny. They don't think we should be watching half of the TV shows we like, the movies we like. We shouldn't be revering the historical figures we revere. You know, they want to tell us how to talk, how to dress, you know, what things we can wear are culturally appropriate and inappropriate, and so on and so on. It's a constant scolding, but also it's laced with a very nasty streak, particularly from those who have "be kind" hashtags in their bios, I've noticed, where they're the most vicious people. And anyone who deviates from their kind of woke worldview has to be shamed, vilified, scolded, destroyed, cancelled. And as we saw, ultimately, if you call everybody disagrees with a fascist, even when they're not, and you have this sort of narrow prism, which people don't follow it, they have to be cancelled, you end up with deranged minds doing what the shooter did with Charlie Kirk.